going on, guys? Welcome back to another week of 𝐒𝐿_KNEF. We took last week off. We didn't make the injury report. One of us did, but we were chilling.
Snitching on me, man.
Switching them out. How's the back though? How are we doing?
Oh, man, it's getting better, though. You see me over here doing like the little stretch. Yeah, man. Uncle's on the injury list for a week, man. Strained the back, man. But we back at it, dog. No pun intended. Man. We back at it.
Almost got took out by the Pepsi too. Crazy stuff, man.
Just now, correct, man. Just now.
They're trying to silence you. Yeah. This is a setup. He's being sabotaged. We can't prove it yet, but it's happening.
What's good, man? Miss talking to you, dog.
Yeah, we're doing good, man. Last week I debated some Suns fans. Had some pretty interesting conversations. That was cool. I think we're gonna do our own version of that on here too. Once we get to that, get some of the UM mob on here. Yeah, it was actually fun, pretty fun. I think you almost have to limit it though, because I did 4 people and it was like 15 minutes of conversation, and that was almost like an hour. So I think you almost have to limit it. You can't do just like 10 people unless you're gonna make it a 10-hour video. But it was cool. It was fun. Some genuine conversations. Once again, I think the debate thing's always interesting. I wish more people in the space would do it because, one, you get to interact with your viewership and your community, and 2, the whole like mindset going into it. Like, I'm not going into to like provoke people and be like, you're wrong, that's a dumb take, why would you say that? It's more so like, I want to hear their side out. Like, I'm genuinely curious like what people are thinking, their views on players in this situation on the Suns, because you don't really hear a lot from the Vans, they're a big piece of the organization, but you don't really hear their voices much. So getting to hear their thoughts on the team and all that was very interesting to see, and to of course kind of get my side on players' perspectives and stuff like that too. So fun stuff. If you're a content creator, I recommend doing it. I don't know why you wouldn't. It's cool. Like I'm going to be doing more of those in the future for sure. So, but yeah, man, exciting week. Fun. Yeah. Some news. Odell is back in the Big Apple, man. Once again, I just, you called it. April 25th. It was almost a month later. He's back in the red and blue.
Yeah.
It's good, man. I feel like I'm 13 all over again. I actually found my Odell jersey.
Let's go. Let's go.
I found it before this.
Go.
Yeah, it kind of smells like it's been in storage, but it's okay. I'll have to get a bigger size this time. Hopefully we have some cool uniforms that we can do. I don't know what the alternates are for the Giants this year. I know they had like the red ones, and then I don't know. I guess we'll see what the Giants bring out, but definitely enough to cop that. AJ Brown is now in the Patriots. That's exciting. I know Malik's a Patriots fan, right?
Yeah. Malik's a Patriot fan, and for people listening, I wasn't trying to break no news. I got a phone call. It was like, yo, this gonna happen about 4:00, and so I said it, and there's people like, oh, Flex, you trying to break? Like, come on, guys, come on. Malik's a Patriot fan, so I'm putting Patriot stuff out there. You're a Giants fan, so I got a lot of family, and yeah. So AJ's a Patriot, and that's a big move, man. When they lose Stephon Diggs, listen, they were able to get Dobbs and add A.J. Brown to an AFC Championship team with a guy that finished second in MVP voting and Drake May. You still got Keyshawn Boutte. You still got Pop Douglas. You still got Mack over there. Like, they got weapons, man. That team, I'm souped up for the and it's Patriots Vikings play. It's going. If you want to have a fun, if you want to see something interesting, man, get a camera in the Flex house when the Vikings and Patriots play on a random Sunday during football season, man. I'm telling you, bro, it's you stay on your side, I'm on my side, and it's a lot of fun, man. We're actually thinking about going to the game, and it's week 11, I believe.
Is it in New England or Minnesota?
New England.
Okay.
It's a week 11 game, though. I think it's week 11. I had to check it out. We talked about it vaguely, and there's a chance we may try to swing something. But yeah, man, Odell back in the Big Apple, man. We talked about this before, but I love Odell, man. I think he's a generational talent. I think Odell revolutionized the game of football and the wide receiver
Yeah.
position and just all kind of things, man. So it's nice to see him healthy. It's nice to see him back on the field, back in blue where he belongs. Him and my boy Victor Cruz was killing things. Vic's not my family member. My name is Cruz, and he's from Paterson, New Jersey. And I
Salsa
do have
master.
you know, it's funny. I have a so again, you know the strong ties. We talked about this, Neff. Like my ties to New York and New Jersey, especially in the sports scene. It runs crazy deep, brothers. 14 of us. We all play ball, you know. So, I mean, now Vic is from Paterson Catholic, which is the same school Tim Thomas went to, and is the neighboring town from us. So, you know, we saw Vic in high school when he went to UMass. But I have a brother that's named Victor Cruz.
See, so, I thought I was kind of thrown off. This is funny you said that because I was on the Uncle Neff Instagram page and I saw a notification that Victor Cruz liked your post. I was like, well, hold on. I was like, Victor Cruz looks different here.
There you go. So yeah, but the crazy thing is because of mutual relationships and that thing and a whole bunch of other stuff and the Paterson connection and you know, for a long time people had got that mixed up. They was like, yo, like Victor Cruz, that's his brother. And I'm like, no, not that one, man. Not that one. It's a different Victor Cruz, man. It's like that dude ain't a wide receiver for the Giants, but we appreciate it. Victor Cruz, man. Golly, bro. I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You want to talk about a heck of a ball player, man. I mean, I still remember. Is that around? How old were you when Vic was doing the salsa?
Vic. Oof, let's think about this. I was very young. Like I probably was, 2012, 6, maybe 5 years old. So
okay. So
very young. Okay. I was like just getting into sports. Like I think the first year I started watching football, the Giants won the Super Bowl, and then that was that the first.
Was that the Mario Manningham? Was that the second one they beat the Patriots or the first one?
I think that was
probably the second. Probably the second one.
Yeah, I think it's the second one.
Yeah, it's probably the second one. So you remember I told you my boy David Tyree is the helmet catch, right? That's the first one. That's the year that the Patriots almost went undefeated, and that happened here in Arizona. That catch was here in Arizona. And then you got the Mario Manningham sideline catch.
Yeah, so I think they tried at the end of the game. It was a Gronk Hail Mary, and it was incomplete.
Yes. So that's the second one. But yeah, you're young, man. I mean, I remember Vic's first game, his first preseason game. The game
Jets, right?
There you go. Do you remember that?
He was like number 3, wasn't he?
Yeah. And Rex Ryan was like, "Yo, who the hell's got him? Kid? Yeah, who's that kid, right?" And that's such a beautiful time, man, and moment because, like, again, this is a true blue New Jersey kid from Paterson, New Jersey, man, who's undersized, who went to UMass, which is not a dominant football school. Yeah. And you see it, like, you know, the whole time. You're like, Vic's nice, bro. Vic is fucking cold. And then for him to do that in a Jets-Giants game, at the Meadowlands, because both fan bases are New Jersey-based fan bases. Like this ain't like he played the Jaguars,
right?
So both teams are feeling it. Like I remember that. I remember that like it was yesterday. Like I got Jet fans that were like, "How did they get him? Like we're both in the same building. We're the Jets Giants. Like we play in the same stadium. We're in the same town. Like how the hell did the Giants get him and we didn't? And he just bust our ass." And then the rest is history, man. The kid caught everything. The kid salsa'd his way to a championship, and good for him, man. Good for him. Good for Victor
My
Cruz.
favorite Victor Cruz highlight of all time is the one against the Seahawks. I think it was on Richard Sherman or Earl Thomas, where I think it was like the rookie years, but the ball like deflected off one of them. He catches it like mid-air, one-handed.
Took it to the house.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh, that was a great play. Yeah, Bob would all caught it one-handed and just took it down the sideline, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a great time, man. So yeah. Again, man. Happy for my man Odell, man. I think he's again. We talked about it pre-show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cover Madden, one hand catch is in the game
Yeah.
forever because of him. Now everybody does one hand catches, but believe it or not, before Odell did that, man,
Yeah,
people
he
weren't doing
literally
that.
changed like the whole coach, like the culture around the wide receiver position too. Like he brought like a different sense of swagger too, like almost an Allen Iverson type swagger to the
Yes,
sport. Like the
great
custom cleats,
comparison.
custom gloves, custom visors. Like when me personally, because I was playing football, like I wore number 3 because I kind of wore number 13 because for some reason they had it retired in youth football. I don't know why in our leagues, but I couldn't wear number
Okay.
13. So I was like, I guess I'll settle for colleges or the Odell's LSU number 3. So I rocked that. Uh, Best year too. Shout out Odell. Probably the reason why the number, but yeah,
Yeah.
man, like just it was crazy to see. Like that was my first time being like polarized by watching a player. Like I had favorite players growing up
Okay.
before that. Obviously, I mentioned before Adrian Peterson, Colin Kaepernick. But when I
Yeah.
watched Odell in the blue in New York, like it was crazy. And then watching that catch, the infamous one-handed catch live, that was like, oh, like you literally saw his career change in real time right there. Like he
Yeah.
was still doing crazy stuff before that. Like he was killing it. But that was like the solidified moment, and that literally just like boosted his career even more than what it was. But yeah, man, I'm
Can I
happy to.
tell? Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Now I'm sorry. I didn't want to cut you off, man. I didn't
no,
want to
but
cut
it's
you
just
off.
it's crazy to see him back in the blue almost a decade later, like 7 years later. I was 13, I'm 20 now. He's back, and I don't know, man. I hope that he can finish it out here in the red and blue. I think it would be absolutely insane. A lot of respect for Odell, man. Like even like the culture outside of the sport too. Like everybody wanted the blonde hair. Like even me, I was like,
See,
I
yeah,
want it. I
yeah,
want the
yeah,
blonde hair. I couldn't do it, but I
yeah,
wanted
yeah,
it. Like
yeah,
crazy, man. Like,
yeah.
and then
I
he got
mean,
traded, and then that was like the
I
first time
mean,
I've been heartbroken.
that was a terrible move. We talked about that. Jabril Peppers was part of that deal, that original deal, sent him to Cleveland. Another Jersey guy, Paramus Catholic, stand up. Um, but let me tell you, we love telling stories, man. I gotta tell this
Yeah,
Odell story. So this Odell's rookie year, and the Giants are doing their 2-a-days, their practices. They burning these guys out. Football practices are crazy. You've been through it.
yeah. Hell week,
So
man.
they had it. They yeah, man. So it's hot as hell in summertime. Quest Diagnostic Practice Facility out in East Rutherford, New Jersey, off of Route 3. And so here's what happens. End of practice. There's they do this drill, and then they get the field goal kicker to come on the field, and he's got to kick like a 50-yarder. And if he kicks like the 50-yarder, if he makes it, practice is over, everybody runs off the field. If he misses it, they gotta do like suicides or whatever, right? But the guys just want to get off the field. So kicker misses it, misses the kick. And it's hot as hell. And story this the story I was told.
Yeah.
Uh, people on the field said, "Yo, Odell was like, hold up, stop, no, fuck this. Put that, I'm telling you, put that boy at 55 yards. Put the ball at 55 yards, I'll kick the field goal. If I make the field goal, we get off the field."
Too, right?
Yeah,
That was a
he
soccer
could have
guy,
played
yeah.
He could have played professional soccer. Odell is an incredible fucking athlete. This is a
Yeah.
story I was told. Okay? He tells him, fuck that, put that at 55. I'm gonna make the field goal. If we miss, then we gonna run and I'll do extra. But I'm making this 55-yarder. Not only did he make the 55-yarder, he did like 3 flips right after.
Of course he did.
like straight up,
That's crazy.
here it is. Boom, kick the field goal. Shit goes right through the middle. Then he proceeds to do like 3-4 backflips. And
That's ridiculous.
it's like the coaches are like, man, what the fuck, man? Get off the field. None of y'all got to run. Y'all go ahead. And that's the legend of Odell Beckham, man. Like the dude is just so fucking talented, man. He's just so talented. He's so good. You can't have he was made for New York. I remember,
Yeah.
like you're saying, that the hair, the swag, the persona, just being out in the city at that time. You see him and Victor Cruz rolling up in the drop tops and shit. Like, it's just a good time. Good time for New York City. And I'm glad he's back, man. I'm hoping he has a great year and he can stick around because that Giants team, y'all got something cooking over there. So shout out to
some dudes cooking over there, even an Arizona State guy and Scat Pack. But that's crazy. The kicking story is even crazier now because I remember like very vividly like a few times where the Giants were down kickers in regular season games and Odell was like the replacement warm-up kicker
Emergency
for them.
kicker.
So that makes a lot of sense now. I don't even know if can't remember if he actually
I think he might have kicked one. I think he actually kicked one in a game at one point. I think he did.
Yeah.
I gotta look that up. I don't know why. I feel like he did. They give him an opportunity to make an extra point or something like that.
I feel like he did. Maybe preseason.
Preseason, it might have been preseason or something. I could be wrong, but I do think he got a crack at one and made it.
Yeah, I feel like he did. I can't really see anything right now, but I remember.
Yeah, maybe it was something they might have showed in a camp video or something like that. But Odell, man, and for people that don't know, like Odell's not a big dude, bro.
No, he's actually like 5'11", 6 foot, right?
Bro, like I stand next to Odell and I'm bigger than Odell. Like,
that's crazy.
Not physically. Odell's stronger than me, but I'm just saying, like when I stand next to Odell, I'm not standing next to a dude that you look at and you're like, yo, like that dude's a physical specimen. Like, I've been next, I've been in the same room and stood next to Deebo Samuel. And Deebo's like, you stand next to Deebo, you're like, yeah, that's why they call you Deebo. Like he big strong fucking guy. But Odell's not. Like Odell is the epitome of, man, like if you put the work in, bro, you can do anything. That guy's dominating NFL football, bro. Very average size. Not an average athlete, freak athlete, man. Can do everything, man. So yeah, I couldn't be happier for Dell, man. I know we've been talking about Delhi for about 10, 15 minutes, but it's worth it, man, because for people that really follow the culture and people that really understand the impact he had, I think you said it perfectly, Neff. Allen Iverson effect. Like
100%.
Yeah,
and he's gonna reinstill that, even though he might not get a lot of reps every receiver this year. We don't know with Malik Neighbors and whatever else happens. I know they signed Juju Smith-Schuster too, so we're really just bringing a lot of guys back. But just like the culture, like it feels like we're back in 2015 again. Like that just brought a whole different spark and energy to the fan base. Like MetLife will be filled up just because Odell. He might not even have to suit up, but just because he's on the roster and ticket sales will jump, jersey sales will jump. Like, shout out to the
Odell's gonna play, bro. Odell's gonna play, bro. Like, this ain't a courtesy. I'm just saying, Neff. This is just my opinion based on what I've heard.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't a publicity stunt, man. I really think Odell's gonna line up next to Malik and have a good year. Like, you ever been to MetLife?
I haven't. I've never been to MetLife.
We got set.
I've never been to an NFL game. I haven't.
All right, we got to set that up, man. I still got the crazy plug, man. We got to get on the field. I'm gonna get you to MetLife. We're gonna have field passes, man. Like that's man. Like MetLife, it's a shitty stadium, actually.
I've heard the turf is horrendous there,
bro. Shitty stadium. I mean, I think they spend. No. I'm keeping the buck, man. Like, I've been in and out of that place. Like, I lived in MetLife. Like, I'm not even joking, bro. Like, I was in MetLife all the time. Like, in the bowels and locker room areas. Like, everywhere. There's not a spot in MetLife Stadium I haven't been and hung out at. And I'm telling you, even when it opened brand new, bro, I remember I was like, damn, bro. Like, I'm thinking y'all gonna build this fucking palace. And it's not, man. It's not. They didn't do well with the couple bill that it cost to build that stadium, man. There's some cool suites. They got some nice suites and stuff in there. But like, nah, bro. It's like, I was very disappointed with the way. The coolest thing about the fucking stadium is if you drive down Route 3 at 8 o'clock at night, depending on who's the home team that week. The shit lights up blue or green.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, no, that is, yeah. You're on Route 3, literally right there in East Rutherford, and you turn to the left. If it's lit up green, that means the Jets got a home game. If it's lit up blue, and I'm talking about the whole fucking stadium glow. So
yeah,
that's
I
pretty
think the
dope.
Vikings have something similar too, right? I think
Vikings
they're
do have that. Yeah, they got the glass, right? The Vikings have a very unique stadium. Their entire stadium is glass, top and bottom. So it's they light it up, like they'll light up purple and yellow, and it's pretty cool. The Vikings. I'm not saying this because I'm a Viking fan, but goddamn, man, let me tell you something. That Viking stadium is one of the best stadiums in the fucking world.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
I remember when they were building it, because obviously I'm from Iowa, so it's only 3 hours up the road from me, and I believe I have
You never went?
I've been
so close.
to. I went to it before
Metrodome.
No, not the Metrodome, but like in the process of it being built, and then I went to it after the fact. So it's kind of cool. I have a picture in the Adrian Peterson jersey. When they're doing the construction, and then there's like obviously like little like the flyers or the graphics on the fence, and there's like Adrian Peterson on there, and then you have a picture of me next to it with it being built. And then I just remember I was so like infatuated with it as a kid when it was being built. Like it was so crazy because the ship design is based off like a ship too, right? Like a Viking ship.
Yeah, it's a Viking ship. It's shaped like a ship, and it's all glass.
Like, it was just so, I don't know, it just blew my mind. Like I was like, whoa, this is like crazy. I've never seen anything like this for a sports arena. Like this is different.
Now, nephew, the owners of the Vikings, shout out to Mark and Ziggy Wilf, are the actual owners of the Vikings. They're from New Jersey. Matter of fact, my nephew, who you're gonna meet, has done. My nephew's in prime real estate in Manhattan. Not real estate, houses. We're not talking about houses. We're talking about $300, $400, $500 million asset management and development in Manhattan.
Sure.
Shout out to my nephew Zeke, doing a great job. God bless him. But so he's actually done deals with the Wilf family because their money comes from real estate development and projects like that. So he's actually dealt with the Wilfs, but they're from New Jersey, and their dream was to buy the Giants. And when they couldn't buy the Giants, the Vikings came for sale. Red McCombs sold the Vikings, and the Wilfs bought them. And as soon as the Wilfs came in, bro, changed everything. Like the Vikings they're rated #1 every year for the stadium, the practice facility, the way they treat the players, the way they treat the teams. Like the Wilfs do an incredible job. So what we got to do is, I'm just realizing, I got an epiphany now, right? I'm realizing, Uncle Neff, I'm a New York guy, you're a Giant guy. I can get you. We can get to MetLife.
Yeah,
you right next to the Vikings. When I take my trip to Minnesota, we got to make that happen, bro. Like, we got to. I assuming you're still there. You're moving soon, I assume, right?
Yeah, when the season is done, or when it starts and kicks off, because it's what, October or September. Yeah,
September. You'll be here already.
October-ish. So a little like a month after the season kicks off.
All right, so we just gonna have to. But you know that area, so if we jumped on a plane and went out to Minnesota, you're familiar.
Oh yeah, we're chilling. We got the Orpheum down there.
Have you ever heard of Manny's Steakhouse?
I have not. No.
Okay. All right. So we got to go to Manny's. I all the ball players, all the football players, when they're in Minnesota, even the team, but when like the road team goes to Minnesota, there's a place called Manny's Steakhouse in Minnesota. That's the spot. That's where everybody goes and hangs out. And matter of fact, I know this from my Viking connections, but when they bring a free agent into town and they want to wine and dine them, that's where they take them to Manny's. So we gotta go to Manny's. All right, enough about the I don't want. I can sit here all day talk about the Vikings and stuff, but
I think it's a great convo though, because even though like, you know, it's kind of interesting, honestly, that I'm a Giants fan and you're from Jersey and you're a Vikings fan and I'm from the Midwest where the Vikings are from. So it's kind of interesting how that dynamic works.
It's very interesting. I mean,
it's cool.
Is that your team? So I'm sorry, Neff. Is that the
Yeah.
team? I got a question for you. When you were a kid growing up and you just put you put the TV on, is that the local team for you? The
Yep.
Vikings?
Fox 44. That's the team.
Is
The
that it?
Vikings.
Really?
That's it. That's it.
So you wake up and you basically getting the Viking broadcast.
Yeah, that's why I was so tapped in. I knew like pretty much the whole
Man,
Vikings rosters. It starts to make sense now. I'm like Adrian Peterson, Toby Gerhart,
why are
Christian
you not a
Ponder,
Viking
Paige
fan?
Rothlands.
Come
Man,
on,
everybody in my
dog.
family's a Vikings fan, man. I wanted to switch it
Okay.
up, man.
You want to switch it up? Okay.
I will
feel
say
you.
though, when the Stephon Diggs silent catch happened, I was like, damn,
Oh,
that was
God,
pretty cool
cried.
to watch live. I was like, damn, that was
cried.
special. Like I felt like I was on the field. Like I was like, damn, that's insane.
Neff, I cried. I'm not even
I
joking.
would too. That's how I felt when
cried.
Ayton caught the lob in game
Right.
2 of the Western Conference
Game
Finals?
2 Western Conference Finals. Yeah.
Then I cried
Right.
3 games after, or a week and 2 weeks after.
Don't worry about it. We don't want to talk about. We don't want to talk about that, man. But no, that Stephon Diggs play, I felt it. I never seen nothing like it, man. Like I'm a diehard Viking fan my whole life.
Just how it like lined up is crazy. Adrian Peterson's on the Saints. Like it was just the whole situation. It's insane. It's like a story.
Yeah, no, it was the craziest moment. It's probably, damn, you make a good point, man. Holy shit, dog. The Ayton and Stephon Diggs plays are probably 2 of the most iconic plays I've ever seen in sports. They just happen to be my teams, both of them, but both of those are absolutely crazy, bro. Like
they are. Like just how they like ended up happening too. Like Jay Crowder has to throw a fucking perfect pass at a crazy angle to Ayton. Book sets to screen, gets it on Zubac. Just enough. Like if you watch it back, it's just enough. Just a little body bump just to create a smidge of separation for Ayton to go up there and get it. Like it's crazy how it all worked out.
It was so much about that play, Neff, that if we go back and watch it, that'd be fun to do with you.
Yeah.
So there was like you got the perfect pass from Crowder, right? You can't, bro. That pass, dude. I mean, it run like I don't know how he got that shit over the backboard without it touch. Like you could not throw a better pass, right? You got the book coming off and setting the pick at the top, giving Ayton exactly the space that you said to leap. You got Mikal Bridges on the opposite side that he does a cut. He does like a hard V cut, and it pauses Pat Bev, I think, for like a half a second. And that prevents Pat Bev from being in the traffic as much as he should have been, right? There's so much about that fucking play that just had to be perfect. And the way they aligned it. And I'll tell you another thing. So let's talk about that play. Play. All right, so I'm watching that game live with Malik.
Yeah.
And when they go to the commercial break, we know is the 0.2 on the clock, whatever the fuck it was, right?
Crazy.
0.2. And they go to commercial break, and Malik's like, it's over. Malik's younger. And he's like, damn, it's over. It's over, dog. And I told him, I said, they just got to throw. And I'm not saying, I'm going to explain what I mean. I told him, I'm like, it's not over. They got to throw a ball above the cylinder and have somebody, try to dunk it. I didn't know it was going to play that. But and he goes, can they do that? I go, you know what? They can. They can because we did it before.
Yeah, Tyson Chandler I believe was the last one to do it before that, right? Against the Grizzlies.
There you go. So I knew the rule. Like I knew the rule. You can't go 10 on an out of bounds play. And so when it happened, I'm going crazy, and Malik is looking at me like he's giving me this look like I hate to break your chill, Pops, but that's goaltending. I'm like, bro, I just fucking explained to you. This not goaltending. and in the moment, I'm going crazy, and he's like nervous for me because he's like, damn, if they review this ain't gonna work right for Pops.
Damn.
And we're having the whole back and forth. And the funny thing is when you go back and watch that, it goes to show that like there was a bunch of players on the court that didn't know the rule.
Mm.
If you go back and look at the replay,
that brings me to another point too, because when you look at the time, it's like, what else would you? That's what threw me off so much, because there wasn't enough to get a jump shot off. So I'm like, what else do they think? I would just put everybody by the rim. What else do they think the Suns are going to do?
That's it. Just put there's nothing else to do. You either got to put it right above the cylinder, or you have to throw a ball up, and the guy has to tap it with his finger and go in.
Yeah.
You can't actually catch it. So that to me was crazy that they allowed that even to happen. That's one. But if you look at I think it's DeMarcus Cousins.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but I think it was DeMarcus Cousins who's having a conversation. If there's any lip readers in the audience or anybody that go back and watch that video, Cousins is saying it can't happen, and you could read, if you read Book's Book's like, no, that's good, that's gonna count. Like he's literally telling them, like, no, that's gonna count. And there's other players chiming in. They're like, come in and they're like, nah, that's just no good.
See,
like
that makes sense now, because I never, after that moment happened, I've never seen a replay of it after. Like, I've never done like a deep dive. Like, I've seen like obviously the clip of
of course,
cinematic angles of it and doing it, but I've never seen like never like really watched it until like never. And then I must have came across it maybe a month or two ago, where I finally saw it because I made a post for it, and I watched just kind of the aftermath, and I never noticed the scuffle at the end of the game there with Book and them. Like, I never, that and Rondo, like that shit, I never saw that. Like, I don't remember. Like, I was just so in the moment. I never saw
in the moment. Yeah, you saw in the moment. Yeah. No, it's real. You do literally, legitimately players that didn't think it counted, didn't know the rule. And Book was on that Tyson Chandler team, so he knew the rule perfectly well. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, now that counts, buddy. Shout out Jay Triano, right? Jay Triano was the head coach that called that play. Yeah. So yeah, cool moment, man. Stephon Diggs and DeAndre, man, two cool ass moments.
Just, I don't know, because the Vikings one, obviously, that's the first like probably the ever like game winner moment I've ever witnessed in sports. So seeing that was just so crazy. And then like just the history, because obviously Case Keenum that year, backup quarterback, is doing crazy stuff that year. Did he go to Cleveland after that? Case Keenum did? I can't remember. But I think he went to Cleveland after that, got a good deal. And then obviously Adrian Peterson's on the Saints. Like, you literally could not write that any better. That AP, one of your best franchise players ever, to wear the purple and yellow is on the sideline.
And that was our third quarterback, Neff. Like, Case Keenum was out there. So to start that year in training camp, forget training camp. Fuck that. This is like 5 days before the start of the season. Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah, crazy incident.
Completely. Yeah, just drops back in practice. Knee gets caught in the turf. Has one of the most gruesome knee injuries you've ever seen.
I didn't believe it when it was real, or like when it happened. I was like, no way.
I'm like, come on, bro. And then what they traded for?
It wasn't Bradford that year, was it?
Sam Bradford. Yeah.
Was it Bradford?
They traded a pick to the Eagles for Sam Bradford, and they come out hot. And the dude kills on Monday Night Football. You don't see nothing happen. And then the next morning, it's like Sam Bradford, knee, out for the year type thing. It's like, now you got to go to this Case Keenum kid. And it's like, what the fuck? And then he just goes absolutely crazy.
Shout out Sam Houston.
Yeah, that's where he went, right?
Right. One of the best college quarterbacks ever, right? If I'm like statistically, like his numbers are insane.
Fucking threw for 20,000 yards in the season. So, I'm exaggerating, but it was
crazy shit. Yeah,
he holds the record. I think he holds the record for most yards ever in college in a season. I mean, he just went fucking bonkers. Yeah. So Case Keenum, man. What a good time! That's a blast from the past, man. I still can't believe that play happened. That Minneapolis miracle is what they called it, right? Minneapolis miracle, crazy stuff. Yeah.
No, I kind of want to pick your brain on this, because a lot of people have different like opinions on this play. But game 2 of the finals, when Book drives in, knocked away by Holiday. What do you think the Suns should have done differently?
Game 5. Game 5.
Game 5. Yeah, because they won 2. But when Holiday, strips it away, do you think Book should have just went up and took the shot, or do you think they should have tried to do something else?
No, I mean I watched that play a million times. I mean, hindsight being 2020, you know what happened. But I mean, that's one of Book's moves, man. He, Drew
Yeah.
Holiday. I mean, the thing is that Book did that play multiple times successfully,
Mm-hmm.
and Drew Holiday was just happened to be waiting on it that time. Like
Yeah.
he timed it perfectly. I think if he's not sitting there perfectly, shout out to Drew Holiday because it's a great
Yeah.
play.
No, it's a great defensive play.
Great defensive play, but only because Book had done it to him so many times already that he gambled. This is what he's going to go to, and he guessed right, and that's what happened. But no, I mean, it's one of them plays where it's like, yeah, hindsight 2020. Do you just run something a little different and try to get them a clean look? Yeah. I tell you the thing that bothers me about that play more than anything was the foul on the dunk. I don't think they had the foul.
I didn't either. That's why I don't know. I don't know why CP did that. I was like, just let him go.
Yeah, I think that play. I mean, I don't know if it was over or not, but yeah, that one hurts, man. But Drew made a great play, and I can rest knowing that at least Book was trying to get to his best move.
Yeah.
In the play. And it just didn't work out. But golly, man, that was what kills me about that game, Neff, is the start of that game. I mean, we came out up 20.
Yeah.
Like we came out like gangbangers that game. I thought, I had people texting me. I remember people texting me in the first quarter, like, yo, it's over. Like, y'all, it was up like 20 in the first quarter. Maybe it was not 20, maybe it was 18 or 19.
It was a significant amount.
I
think a lot of people forget too, before either a possession or two possessions before that strip by Holiday, Book hits like a crazy fadeaway three over Holiday, like the best defense ever played in human history, but it's just the best offense. Like it's literally just enough where he can get his wrist and flick the ball. Like it's nobody will ever look at that ever, but it's one of the craziest shots I've seen. Like I
agree.
I might sound like a homer for that, but it's literally just a super impressive shot, and I wish it got more recognition, but just the circumstances of it sucks.
Yeah. The crazy thing too about that game, Neff, was that it was like it was a crazy game because you rarely see especially an NBA Finals game. You rarely see it where the team comes out and goes up 20. And then before you know it, they're down 20.
Yeah.
Like we were playing catch up that whole game. We gave up that lead by halftime. Milwaukee had already cut into that lead and got it. And then going in that fourth quarter, I think we were down like that play you're talking about. Like Book brought us back in the game. The fact that like Book even had a
117,
chance.
120.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that Book had a chance to potentially win that game for us on a Drew Holiday play was a miracle if you watched the 6 minutes before that. Like 6 minutes before that, we're down like I felt like we're down like 15. I mean, I could be wrong, but I know Book had to do some incredible shit just to get us back in that basketball game. And I'm thinking, oh man, we gonna steal this one. Like this is our year. And man, there's so much about that series. What jumps out at you about that series? Like, is there anything? Is there anything in like if you go back? Is there anything that just like you're like fuck? I wish I can get that back, or a particular play, or
I wish Sarge never got hurt.
Who?
Sarge. I wish he never got hurt. That for me is the one that really killed it. I felt like, but
man, great point.
I don't know. Even though we lost, like just I don't know. When I watched Devin Booker in that series, it's just like that whole playoff run, like how people describe Michael Jordan, like that's how it felt to me. Like that's what I felt like I was watching. Like I finally like understood what people meant when they were watching MJ. I was like, damn, like this is different. But
yeah, Book was.
That's my takeaway.
Can I tell you a play? So we're gonna talk about that whole playoff run. That whole playoff run, right? It was Lakers first round, Nuggets second round, Clippers conference finals.
Oh Bucks. Yeah, CP3 couldn't shoot the ball either. I think a lot of people forget that his hand was like fucked up.
He had a torn,
couldn't shoot.
Yeah, the torn ligament in his wrist.
Yeah, he's basically
Book,
guessing where the ball was every time he dribbled it.
correct. He had a torn ligament in his wrist, and there's two things in that series. So CP had a torn ligament in the finals, and he also had the shoulder sting where he
Yeah,
couldn't
that's
feel his
right.
arm. Right, he couldn't feel his arm in the Lakers series.
Mm-hmm.
That's game one.
Yeah.
Right, to start the playoffs.
Yeah.
He gets the sting, and he can't feel his arm. He can't dribble. We got to go to campaign. You know, all that stuff. You know, I remember. So they're down 2-1. Man, there's so much about that playoff run. You know, I remember the Lakers. Remember the Lakers won Game 3, and they're dancing on the bench.
Yep,
Right?
slow salsa.
They're doing
Cha
a slow
cha.
salt. They're doing a cha cha. Right? It's 2-1. And now we're going into game 4 on a Sunday. And I remember just like an hour before the game, don't take my word for it, go back and look. An hour before the game, maybe an hour and a half, I get a call. Won't say who I was talking to, but I get a call that they're potentially thinking about not playing Chris at all in that game 4 because he still couldn't feel his arm.
Yeah.
And they were going to go with campaign again. Now, that's your season.
Yeah.
You're down 2-1. If you lose game 4, you're down 3-1. The series is over.
Yeah, it's a tough uphill battle from there.
Yeah. And I'm going to be honest. I remember getting off that phone call thinking, shit, based on what I'm hearing, the best thing is Chris don't play.
Yeah.
And he ends up playing, and we win that game. And that's, if you recall, that's the game Anthony Davis at halftime hurt his groin.
Yeah.
So things work out. I'll give you one play, and then we'll move on. You can look at this on your own time. One of the greatest plays I've ever seen a guy make, it was Devin Booker in game 1 of the playoffs against the Lakers. First playoff game ever. There's a pass that goes all the way down the sideline, and Book, and it's perfect that I mentioned this. Book does an Odell Beckham, jumps in the air. Do you remember this?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna try to find a clip, and I'm gonna try to send it to you. But you can find this. Game 1, Lakers series, end of the quarter, or towards the end of the quarter. They throw like a Hail Mary pass. Book catches it with one hand up in the air. Is falling out of bounds. Before he hits the ground, he throws a perfect bounce pass to campaign for a bucket. It was one of the insane talented play. I mean, the dude played wide receiver, caught it, looked like Odell Beckham, threw a perfect dime. I think campaign on Mikal gets the layup. But yeah, that's one of the plays that jump out of me of Devin Booker in that playoff run. That I don't think many people talk about, but it's a great play to watch, man. I'll try to find it and send it to you.
Yeah. I'll try to find that after this. That's I don't think I've ever really picked up on that. That's an interesting one. Did Book play any other sports? Did he play baseball or football?
Play football.
Did he? Was he what position was he? Was he QB? Receiver?
I think he was a receiver. Yeah, I think
so I never hear him mention anything about it in past, unless I was a clip and I missed it. But
yeah, I think I want to say early in his life he played football. I think he was a wide receiver. Yeah, but I mean I'm talking about super early. I'm talking about grade school. I think 7th, 8th grade maybe.
Yeah.
He didn't play anything but basketball. I don't think after grade school. But yes, I'm almost certain he played football. But yeah, I mean, great play, man. Great play. That one of the most athletic plays. Book, man. And
another incredible one too is the Book to KD pass against Denver in the playoffs.
Book the KD pass. Break it down. Don't remember that.
I think it's end of the quarter. KD hits a turnaround buzzer beater, but Book has to throw a perfect pass to pretty much full court. The full court pass to KD.
I do
a turnaround jumper.
That.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. He did his Colin Kaepernick impersonation. He threw a bomb. I do remember that. I do remember vaguely. You had to remind me. But yeah, that was a. Book's talented, man. Book's talented. Talented guy, man. Man, it's a lot of fun stuff to think about, man. But
It
yeah,
is
Dario
crazy to look
Saric,
back
holy
on.
shit, Dario
Yeah, I
Saric,
wish he
man.
wouldn't have went down because he was killing.
I,
He was
I
fucking
do
good.
think if he doesn't tear his ACL, we probably got a chip.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Giannis also did do some like superhuman shit too in the end
Mm-hmm.
of the series, like,
Yeah.
like,
I
and
already told that story.
yeah, it's
I already
just
told
some
the story. Guy,
superhuman shit.
fucking guy couldn't walk 24 hours before the game, and all of a sudden he's dropping 40 bombs. Like Giannis,
Yeah,
man, that's
when I heard he got hurt
incredible.
in Eastern Conference Finals, I was like, oh shit, they don't have a chance. And then I'm like, oh
Against the
fuck,
Hawks, right?
he's playing. When I
Mm-hmm.
when I saw a notification that Giannis was available, I was like, oh, he's fucking playing in this series. That's crazy. That dude's
Crazy
nuts.
stuff. Crazy
And it worked
stuff,
out
man.
for him.
Crazy
I mean,
stuff.
shout out to Giannis, man. He did kill it. Like I
Yeah.
I've never seen some shit like that in my life. Like there was just it
Mm-hmm.
sucks because Book had insane performances and a crazy statistic from that series. Book is literally the only player in NBA Finals history, maybe playoff history, to score 40 points back to back and lose. Only
Yeah.
player in history.
Yeah.
Only player. You can look it up. There's been guys that have
Yeah.
scored 40 points and lost in games, but back to do it twice back to back, never done before.
In the finals. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was. I mean, yeah. I mean, that was. I mean, those 2 years, that 21 finals run in the following year. I mean,
Yeah.
it's two of the best. I mean, playoff performances. And again, it's like we talked about this. Well, we haven't talked about this, so this is a good conversation to continue. Kind of,
Mhm.
we constantly hear people screaming about, oh man, Book's 29, like Book's 29, Book's 29.
I just tweeted
Like,
about this the other day.
yeah, I mean, I tweeted about it the other night, man. I mean, I'm like, Jalen Brunson's 20. Jalen Brunson's older than Book, right? As soon as
Yeah.
he is,
Because he turns 30. He turns 30 in August.
Yeah. So the night that Jalen Brunson won the Eastern Conference Championship to go to the finals, that night I have a tweet on my timeline, and I'm like, everybody's saying at this time last year, there was a prominent NBA national person that made a comment. They said Jalen Brunson can't be the number one player. Who was it? Becky Hammond. Becky Hammond said Jalen Brunson can't be the number one player on a championship team, on a finals team, right? That was last year. This time last year, he said he couldn't. And then a year later, he is, right? And he's also 29. He's actually older than Book. He turns 30 in August. And here's the thing. Right now, today, based on the Knicks being in the finals and the team success, I'm seeing people say, yeah, Jalen Brunson's a top 10 guy in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, though, because if you go back and look at my tweet, in that tweet, I break it down. Statistics are almost identical, Neff.
Yeah.
Points, assists, rebounds, free throw percentage, 3-point percentage, age, everything's the same.
Mm-hmm.
Except Jalen has a good team and Book is building a team, right?
Yeah.
So it goes back to that argument, man. Like,
yeah,
what are we talking about?
And that's funny. That's funny you mentioned that because I know you watched my debate video, and one of the things I mentioned, because he said, one of the guys, shout out Logan, he said Book wasn't, or he's not a top 5 guard in the NBA. And my spinoff question for that, my rebuttal was, well, do you think if the Suns were a top 3 team in the Western Conference, that would be a different question? And he's like, oh, yeah, because I'm like, well, team success does matter. And that's why Book, my whole argument, word for word, bar for bar, was the only reason Book has been underrated his whole career is because of the team success around him. That's it.
Correct.
If Book was, and I made a post about this too, I compared from the start, since they came into the league to now, for Donovan Mitchell, Anthony Edwards, and Devin Booker. I compared the situations, and I might even pull the post up just so we can look at it. But literally, the only thing different about the players is the team success. Donovan Mitchell has never missed a playoffs in his NBA career, and Devin Booker has almost the same amount of success in the playoffs and the same amount of points and half the time,
half the games,
half the games. And Anthony Edwards, I mean, honestly, his situation is kind of interesting because he made the playoffs at a young stage, but his situation is almost kind of similar to Book in a sense. They kind of have some similarities in theirs. And I guarantee people are gonna. You can put this right here too. Put it on the timeline. This people will be saying the same shit about Anthony Edwards in a couple years if they don't have success as
Yeah,
a team. They literally
100%.
they're going to be talking about the same thing. And I honestly don't believe Anthony Edwards will be a Timberwolf for life. I just don't see it happening. I've
No,
been saying this for a couple years now. People look at me sideways and crazy, but I just don't think he's a guy that will be a Timberwolf for life. I just don't see it.
I'm a million percent with you. I do not think Anthony Edwards is going to be with the Minnesota Timberwolves his whole career.
Mm-mm.
I think Anthony Edwards is going to have the same situation Donovan Mitchell had.
Yeah.
At some point, Utah had to make a decision, and it didn't work, and he's in Cleveland now.
Yeah.
I'm a million percent with you, man. I mean, I think that argument is it's just so misplaced, man. It's
It
like
is.
you cannot have like your top 10 players in the league are always going to fluctuate based on team success, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's always been like that in every sport. It's a selective amnesia. It's a it's one of those things where it's like it's truly what have you done for me lately? And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
if you did something right now, we're just going with what it is right now. It's not it's team success. Like, the SGA, man. SGA is a great player.
Yeah.
SGA is great. Okay. But you can't tell me that his 2 MVPs aren't based on his teammates. Like, you just, I'm never going to agree with that. I'm never going to agree with the fact that people like SGA is a great player, but the team around him is what makes him, gives him the ability
100%.
to be great. Yeah. Gives him,
And it's just as impressive to keep the same consistent stats and be as consistent without a great team as it is to have great stats and be on a great team. Like Book's career statistics are literally the same year after year after year after year. Like it's minimal changes. Like it's literally you can copy and paste it. I believe they're the same. I think the assist category is the only thing that's went up. Points too, I think, have went up.
There's an interesting stat. I'd love for you to try to find this. I think Giannis and Book are the only 2 players in NBA, active players, who have improved their points, have averaged 25 a game for 7-8 straight years. Is that the stat?
It might be Giannis, Curry, and Book.
I saw a stat where it was only Giannis and Book, and I think maybe it's assists. I think it's 25 and 5 for like how many straight seasons? I can't remember, man. There's a stat. I gotta find this.
I'm searching it over right now for you.
Yeah, but it's a unique stat, and it just shows the consistency of Book. Like, it shows the consistency of Book. I saw the stat earlier in the year, and I'm 100% certain it was just Giannis and Book are the only 2 active players for, I think, like the last 8 years that have done this in the NBA, active players. And I might be points and assists, 25 and 5 or something like that, for X amount of consecutive years. I can't remember, but again, it's to your point. Book is super consistent. Book is putting up the numbers that all these other guys are putting up. But yet he's getting dismissed for some reason because of, again, convenient and selective amnesia, right? Like Donovan Mitchell, man, he's a heck of a ball player, but we got to keep the same energy, man. Like,
we do, yeah.
It's funny how, like, Donnie gets swept, right? They got swept this year, right? Did they get swept by the Knicks?
They pretty much might as well just let the Pistons get a shot at the conference finals.
So I saw something the other day where Donovan Mitchell went public and said, "I love Cleveland. I want to end my career in Cleveland." Did you see that? Okay,
I did see that.
That was celebrated. Yeah. That was celebrated.
Yeah,
people. It goes from your team gets swept in the conference finals, gets blown out on your home court in game whatever it was, and then right after that, it's like, hey, I love Cleveland. I want to be here, my rest, and that's celebrated. But yet, Devin Booker is getting ridiculed for saying, I want to stay in
Yeah.
Phoenix.
There's more
So
to
what?
that quote from Donovan Mitchell as well. That's kind of interesting.
Okay.
If I can pull it up here real quick, but there's a there's a little piece on the end that he kind of talks about, I believe, championships or whatever, and it kind of will throw you for a loop. But yeah, if I can find this here quick, I will
Yeah,
show it.
go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah. I mean, listen, again, listen, I respect Donovan Mitchell. I respect Anthony Edwards. I respect Devin Booker. They're all great players, man. They're all really, I mean, fantastic NBA players that do their thing in different ways. But I just feel like the ridicule for Book is just crazy sometimes, man. I mean, there's no doubt about it. If you put Devin Booker on the San Antonio Spurs, or you put him on the Oklahoma City Thunder, or you put him on the Knicks, right? Those teams are having equal to or more success. And Book is looked at, if Book was in the finals right now, if Book was playing for the Knicks and they were in the NBA Finals, this is what people will be saying. Devin Booker is a top 10 player in the NBA. Devin Booker, this, that, everything that Jalen Brunson, they're saying about Jalen Brunson, they be saying about Devin Booker. And so, yeah, it's team success. It's the surrounding pieces. It's all that other stuff. Like, I'm looking at, if somebody put some up, Wemby. This was a great quote that I saw. Shout out to somebody. I retweeted it the other day. I can't remember his name. But they were like, hey, man, Wemby, first playoff performance, first time in the playoffs, makes it to the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Well, shit, Devin did that too.
Yeah, I think it was Robbie on Twitter, but I also made the post on Instagram to quick remind people. And it's funny too because I used a picture. I didn't think I had to clarify that Book is the other guy, but I used a picture of Book and Wemby, and I put the screenshot of that tweet, and then I posted it on Instagram. And then a couple people commented, Suns fans, and they said, "You do know Book made it too, right?" That's the what? That's why he's in the picture.
Obvious,
who else am I talking about? Why would a Suns page be posting this?
Correct. Yeah, it's craziness. It's craziness. I mean, Wemby's 23, first playoffs NBA Finals. Book was 24, first playoffs NBA Finals. I made it happen. You know what I mean? And so it's just mind blowing, man. It's mind blowing. It's crazy how quick the narrative changes from the national and local pundits.
Because you would think local would keep it consistent, especially at a smaller mid-market, fan base too, that doesn't get any to none freaking national media coverage. So you would think that they would be behind their guy Book, but I don't know. It's weird to me. But I did find the quote from Donovan Mitchell here. He said, "We may win a ring here. We may never win a ring, but I've won in life." If Book says some shit like that, oh my gosh, he would be murdered. They would say trade him right now. It would be
It's over. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over.
No
I'm so glad you brought that up. It's over. If he says that, cancel Devin Booker. It is over. All he cares about is being in Arizona under palm trees in the sun, the weather, his contract. Like, it's crazy how people can get these passes and it just flies under the radar. That's such a great follow-up, Neff. That's such a great
that's the one I was looking for.
Thing to bring up. That whole thing. And again, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I don't disagree with him. I don't.
No, I agree. He has won in life, but
man,
from the standpoint, if somebody else said that so happens to wear the jersey behind me.
Correct.
Boom. Let's get him out of here.
It'd be over. 100%. And that's where I think the energy needs to be consistent. It's like, these guys are able to do things and say things. And to the contrary, Book never says any of that stuff. He just goes out there. He plays his game.
He does his job.
And it's funny too, because like we talk about San Antonio, OKC, great series. I'm watching that series, and there's so many things that just were just killing me. Now, if it was just like, SGA didn't have a great series.
No, he didn't.
He
And
didn't.
that was part of my debate conversation too, where people were like, "Oh, Devin Booker's numbers." I can't remember the exact take or argument on it, but he just doesn't look like the same player. And then I brought up, which it's not a mind blowing argument, but I was like, yeah, well, man, he's getting double blitz traps, yada yada yada. It's going to be difficult to score, but he's making the players around him better. He made Dylan Brooks a fringe all-star player. Colin Cluspy had a career year. He's helping a lot of guys get paid. Like, he's playing a role to benefit the team instead of himself.
Yeah.
So that's the part that intrigued me. But I also brought the fact, I'm like, yeah, SGA is struggling against the San Antonio Spurs right now. Why? Because they are finally double blitzing, trapping, doing all that. They're making it tough on him because nobody else can do the magnitude of stuff that he can do.
Correct. I'm watching the national, I'm watching the national pundits. I'm watching the people calling the games, and they're praising SGA for making the right play.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he's getting doubled, he's getting trapped, make the right play. But guess what? Alex Caruso was making the shots.
Yeah. Shout out to Alex Caruso.
making the shots. Right?
Yeah, the plays don't mean shit if the guy can't convert.
Correct. So he's got guys around him that are making you pay.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the difference, man. Like it really comes down to that, man. I'm San Antonio, man. Like, great series, great young team. I mean, Devin Vassell, great job. Dylan Harper, great job.
Keldon Johnson, great job, man.
Keldon Johnson, great job. I'm gonna tell you the guy that I think is the straw that stirs that drink in so many ways, man, for that San Antonio team. Champagnie. Just does awesome. Everything, man. Just does everything, brother. And so, yeah, Wemby's incredible. But without that supporting cast, without those guys, man, without Stephen Cass, it was a whole different thing, man. So, yeah, you know what? The difference between it's less about age to me. People are saying, oh, yeah, 24-year-old book and 29-year-old book, two different players. Well, no. I actually think, hot take, people can call me crazy.
He's a better player.
I believe 29-year-old book is a better player than 24-year-old book. The difference is 24-year-old book had a better team.
Yeah.
That's it. 24-year-old book had what Wemby got right now. He had a young Mikal Bridges going balls to the wall, young Cam Johnson, balls to the wall, young DeAndre Ayton, balls to the wall, right? And so, yeah, we're trying to build that back up. Hopefully it's Kaman and it's Rasheer and it's Kobe and it's Colin Gillespie. And me and you we talk all the time. I think we had a conversation yesterday on text, and we're talking about Colin, right? And we're talking about how we think Colin's going to take a leap next year. And we talking about how, I said, I was telling you, and I'll say it again. I remember young Steve Nash. I remember young Steve Nash, who had to go to Dallas and find his way with Dirk. By the time he got back at 31, he was a two-time MVP. Yeah. I don't know how people can't, this is why I go crazy when I hear book 29, watch out, he's old. I'm like, man, the most celebrated Suns athlete, the guy
MVP at 30.
Won an MVP at 30 and 31. Like, his best basketball was at 30 and 31. We're 2 years away from that with Book, and it's mine.
That's the point. That's a great point, because I was thinking, that came to my head as you were bringing up Steve Nash. I don't get how a team with a celebrated player with Steve Nash in their fan base, why do you think it's over for Book? You just watched Steve Nash win MVP at 30 and 31. That really just doesn't, honestly, I can't even come up with an argument to really understand. Maybe I don't know. If somebody wants to help me understand.
Selective amnesia.
It's crazy.
It's selective amnesia, bro. It's convenient amnesia. Yeah. You made a great point in text the other day. You hit me up and you was like, yo, man, you were right, Neff. You were right. Made me even double check. You said, hey, man, Jimmy Butler took the Heat to the finals at 34?
Yeah, from the play into the finals, was 34 years old. And then somebody said, well, they're both Eastern Conference players. I brought up Jalen Brunson, too. Oh, they're Eastern Conference players. Man,
Oh man.
I don't give a fuck about that, man. He went from the play-in to the finals with maybe, well, I mean, he had like Bam,
No,
but
yes,
not,
seven. No, that team had 7 undrafted players.
yeah. So even,
He did
it's,
everything. He did
it's,
everything on that fucking
but
team.
yeah. So I don't get why can't Devin do that? Like, this is a question to the fan base. What do you think restricts Devin from doing the other things that these players can't? Because there's clearly a restriction or a wall that's refraining you from thinking that he can't be the same as these other players. And I don't know. It's weird to me. So when people always bring up that, oh, Devin's not the same player, you're right. He's not the same player. You're right. He's grown as a player. He's in a different role. He is the lead guard. He is the facilitator. His playmaking from that 24-year-old Devin Booker to now is miles better. Yeah, Book always was able to play make a little when he had to, but right now, my God, dude, have you seen the passes this guy's able to make? Yeah, he could assist. This is this. It's so frustrating.
Hold on. Let's stay on this, Neff. And I want you to clip the hell out of this conversation.
Yeah,
please, man, please. Like, okay, so we just finished saying the most celebrated athlete in Suns history is Steve Nash, who got better at 30, 31, 32, won 2 MVPs, right?
Yep.
We're also talking about a fan base that saw one of the best years from Chris, and Chris Paul at 36. The dude was 36 and had one of the best seasons of his career. Went to the NBA Finals.
Conversation.
Exactly. At 36. And again, selective and convenient amnesia. Anyone that tells me that 29-year-old Book can't get better and can't elevate his team because he's getting too old, you're just trolling. You're literally trolling. You're like, at this point, you don't even believe. You ever hear that saying this? There's people that lie about the lies they lie about. I remember my brother used to always say that. He's like, man, there's people that lie about the lies they lie about, and they start to believe their own lies. Like, you're starting to believe your own lies. Like, you got 2 prominent Phoenix Suns players that done incredible things that you celebrate that are way beyond the point where Devin Booker is, but yet you conveniently ignore that stuff and come up with an argument that makes no sense whatsoever. It's absolutely comedy sometimes how bad people want to bring this guy down or have some type of excuse for why it's over. And I'm like, you're not paying attention, man. You're just not paying attention.
It's mind-boggling too, because Book isn't one of those guys that Book will have. Like I said, he has a good decade. A good decade of basketball because solely his game is not based off athleticism. That's a key factor. Guys like Anthony Edwards, he needs to advance the game. I'm not gonna lie, because in a couple years, he's going to be cooked because his game is solely relied a lot off of, I might get cooked for this, athleticism. Getting off the first step, attacking the rim.
I don't disagree
Those guys,
with that.
He needs to work on his post game, the midi, all that. That's the thing. Book already had that at such a young age. He was so advanced in those, situations and areas on the court where right now it's seamless. That's why he's been able to be so consistent for fucking 11 to 12 years now. Like, it's so hard to buy in that. I don't know. Until I see like a serious drop off, I will never question Book's abilities. And I don't think we ever will. And he will still, even if I don't know what the drop off would be. Like, I don't know how he can get worse. I don't know. It's so frustrating. Like, it literally fucks me up when people say shit like this.
So let's have an exercise here, Neff. I'm gonna throw a name. I'm gonna throw a guy at you. Okay.
Yeah.
And again, it fucking blows my mind how people just pick and choose and ignore certain things. So there's a particular guy who's a free agent that's going to be available this summer, right? Who's probably going to get somewhere between 40 and 45 million a year. Okay. And he plays the same position Devin Booker plays. And there are people that go crazy about this guy. And again, I'm not dissing this guy. This guy's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's a good player. Okay. I'll tell you who the guy is. Austin Reeves. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves is going to make $40 to $45 million this year.
Yeah.
Okay. There are people that will scream back and forth how good Austin Reeves is and how he's still
had him in Bradley Beal conversations.
Right. And
he's
again,
not the same player.
No. I mean, we're not. I mean, bro, Devin Booker and Austin Reeves not in the same category. But there are people that
Bradley Beal. He's never in that way.
No. So it's funny you say that, right? There's tiers to this. Austin Reeves, good player, gonna make $40 to $45 million, and you ask yourself why? And I asked somebody this. I said, man, Austin Reeves, $45 million. Yeah, man, he's getting better, Flex. Do you know how old Austin Reeves is?
I don't. Let me guess. Late 20s.
20 years old. He's a year younger than Book.
Yikes.
He's 1 year younger than Book. And he's gonna get better. It's okay for us to say he's right. The All-Star can't do it. It's okay to say Austin Reeves is gonna get better.
Interesting.
Austin Reeves was undrafted.
Oh.
For 5 years of college basketball. He's 28. That guy's going to get better. I think he is. I do. Also, he's getting better every year. And this is why he's a $45 million. But the guy in Phoenix can't. One year, come on. It's silly, man. It's silly. The arguments are crazy. I'm like, man, y'all are.
It's funny, man. It's straight comedy
right now. It's straight comedy, brother. It's straight comedy. You know.
Yeah.
So Jimmy Butler. I mean, just think about this. There are guys that are getting paid astronomical numbers when they're in their 34, 35-year-old season.
Yeah.
Right? They just are. You can go up and down the free agency list, and there are people making astronomical money and getting astronomical contracts in their 34 year, in their age 34 free agency.
Yeah.
Book's 29. Like,
he's not even 30.
Like, here's a hot take. And that ain't even a hot take. People out here fucking saying Devin Booker's old. And they gotta do something. Devin's gonna sign another fucking contract at 33. That's gonna be another, like, he's gonna
and
be.
You guys are gonna like it. You're gonna enjoy it.
Correct. If Devin when Devin's 33, how is Devin gonna be when his contract expires? They're 33.
Yeah,
his current
32, 33.
He'll be 32, 33. He'll be the most sought after. I don't think it's going to happen because the Sun. I don't think Devin's going anywhere. I think Devin will be a Phoenix Sun for life. But I can bet my fucking life on it that at the age 33, when Devin is a free agent, if it ever gets to the point where Devin says, you know what, I'm just going to act like I'm a free agent and let people, he'll be the most sought after free agent on the market, and every team in the league will be salivating about, holy shit, 33-year-old Devin Booker, we can get that guy.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say here now?
Oh, it's 100%.
It's craziness, man.
It's the same excitement that fans had when we got Chris Paul at the age of 35, 36. And when we got Kevin Durant at the age of 35, 36.
There we go. Why is it okay for them, but it ain't okay for Book?
The 29-year-old.
That guy is, I mean, AARP, where's the nursing home? Like, we got to get Book to a nursing home. The guy is 29. Yes, like, let's start looking at all the, again, AARP insurance and all that stuff, because this guy is, man, it's crazy how old this
retirement community at this point, man. He's getting old. He got some gray hairs.
Right,
man,
right,
too old.
Right. It's wild.
It's wild. It's funny too. The people that the fact that people have the audacity to say that all Book cares about is cars and his shoe line always fucking makes me laugh. I'm like,
yeah, man, it's wild.
Hey, no,
it's wild.
Are you in the gym with Book? Like,
right, it's wild. About?
What do you mean,
You know,
man?
what's crazy. You know what's crazy. And again, we're not gonna talk. I'm not the guy I'm gonna bring up. I know if people are gonna go crazy if they hear me say it. If they, but like right now, okay. Obviously, he's a different player and he's done
Yeah.
some incredible things. But let me look this up. Let me just make sure I get this right. Okay. Um, real quick, Neff. Good little exercise. Okay.
Yeah.
Steph Curry.
Yeah.
Now we know Steph Curry's great. We know Steph Curry's in my category. He's a top 4 player ever.
Mm-hmm.
Revolutionized the game, changed shooting forever, changed the game forever. Steph
Yeah.
Curry's one of my goats. No question about it. If you're telling me to name the top 5 players I've ever seen in my life, in my Mount Rushmore, 4 or 5 guys, Steph Curry's up there. If Steph Curry were a free agent this summer,
People would go
okay,
fucking nuts for him.
they'd go fucking nuts. He's 38.
People would go nuts. People go nuts for LeBron, and he's 42,
Right.
43.
Right. Steph is 38, bro. And I'm telling you, they will go nuts. They will go crazy. And here's the thing. The first thing I'm gonna hear out of people when they hear this is gonna be, I know you didn't say Steph Curry would, but Steph Curry, what he's already done at his younger age is incredible. But Steph Curry at 38 is not that same guy. Yet, if Steph Curry were a free agent this summer, yes, people would go crazy. And there would be people that would say, if I add Steph Curry to my team, I can win a championship.
Yeah.
This is almost a decade older than Book.
Yeah.
Almost. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
This is almost a full 10-year gap between the two.
Yeah.
It's wild to think about, man. It's crazy. Steph just signed a massive 10-year sneaker deal today. Monumental sneaker deal. All he care about is sneakers? All he care about is his sneaker deal?
I guess so. Like, that's all he's worried about, man. That's all. No, but that's so funny, man.
The rebuttal was going to be, he got 4 championships. So whatever. I get it, man. It's just a stupid argument.
Whatever you want to pick, man. Whatever helps you sleep. But to that point, too, I mean, Book wins in 21. What's the... Whatever. I'm not even going to play that game. But
no. Play that game. Play that game. Go there, please. If Book wins in 21, what's the narrative now?
One of the best to do at his position.
You see what I'm saying, bro? You see how crazy that is? If he wins 2 more games in 2021, it all of a sudden it changes everything. Like, I believe in this, Neff. I believe in this. You always hear people say it. Keep politics, religion, stuff. You keep that away, right? If you work in corporate America, there's rules, there's guidelines. Like, no talking about politics. My point in this is, those are sensitive topics that people are gonna believe in, and it's okay. Like, everybody has their right to believe what they want to believe.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in, if you have the right to speak on your beliefs, you have to respect the right of someone else's beliefs. Right?
Yeah.
That's just it. It's a simple thing. We're not even going to get into that. We're not going to touch that anymore. I'm just saying, if you have your opinion on something, you believe in something, you have the right to believe that. But you also now are obligated to respect my view on things, right? Yeah. It's just that's a simple thing. So in this argument, it's a crazy dynamic because 2 games is what we're talking about. In this grand scheme of things, we're talking about 2 games. We're talking about the difference between the guy winning 2 games versus losing 2 games. And the people are going to say, well, he didn't win those 2 games, so he's not a great player. Well, you got to respect my side of the argument. I'm going to say you can go kick rocks with that argument. Whether he won those 2 games or not, I still think he's a great player.
You know what? Fuck the 2 games. 96 minutes. 96 minutes to put it like that. 96 minutes separate years of conversations.
There you go. 96 minutes, man. 96 minutes, man. It's like, again, it just blows my mind how we have this ring culture, right? There's a ring culture That
Oh yeah.
rings and awards. It's craziness to me
Hmm.
because there's a whole bunch of great players that don't have rings.
Yeah.
I will go to my grave saying Charles Barkley is the greatest power forward I've ever seen in my life. Doesn't have a ring. Doesn't
Yeah.
have a ring. Unfortunately, played in the Michael Jordan era. Had to go up against Michael Jordan. And when Michael Jordan decided to take a break for 2 years, he had to deal with 𝐒𝐿𝐊𝐂𝐈𝐀𝐋𝐒. That's
Yeah.
not his fault, man. It's not his fault. Charles Barkley's a great player, bro. One of the best forwards to ever do it. One of the best players to ever do it. He doesn't have a ring. Let me ask you this.
Hmm.
I saw this on a podcast the other day. I think this is. I love your opinion on this. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you're of the newer era, right?
Sure.
You're a younger generation. I'm 46. You're 20. Okay. Right now, everything is about rings and MVPs, right?
Yeah.
So I saw this on a podcast. I think it was Gilbert Arenas and who was it? Oh, Steven Jackson. Steven Jackson. Who's who's the guy
McCants.
with, no. Matt Barnes. Matt
Oh.
Barnes, Steven Jackson, and Gil were
Oh,
talking.
all the smoke.
Yeah, and Gil was on there, and they were having a conversation. And this is an interesting thing to think about. I think Gil was talking about ring culture, and he was like how he thinks it's nonsense. And so he went on and he said something very interesting, which I lived through.
Mhm.
He was like, "No, in 1992, when the NBA came out with the Dream Team, the original Dream Team, right? The first Olympic team, right? Everybody knows
Yeah.
the Dream Team. We know the story, right? First team that went all pro. So that team, when that team was created, Michael Jordan only had 2 rings. Okay, he had 2 at that very moment. His teammates were Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, who both had damn near double what he had. Okay, but during that Olympics, it was already a foregone conclusion. The best player in the world was Michael Jordan.
Mhm.
Okay, so in 1992. The best player on planet Earth was Michael Jordan, but he didn't have more rings than Magic. He didn't have more rings than Bird. He didn't have more rings than Bill Russell. But it was a unified decision. Michael Jordan's the GOAT already in 1992, right? Now it's shifted, man. It's like so. That's, I guess my point is, back then there wasn't ring culture. It was like. It was like, yo, you're a good player. We're gonna recognize you for being a good player. Now it's
I'll take you back even farther. Fuck that. Bill Russell, 11 rings.
There you
Why is he
go.
not the greatest player of all time?
Why is he not the GOAT? Correct. So if you're gonna go there, you can't. Man, it just kills me, man. It just kills me.
The way the sports world is at right now is in a crazy place in terms of conversations. Like, there's very few admittable people that will want to have real basketball conversations about real players in real situations instead of just looking at a number in a chart and showing you statistics and data. Like, they just don't. It's a weird place, man. It's a weird spot at where the world's at in terms of just looking at stuff in general too. I don't know. It's a weird place. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how to describe it. But that's not, because that's how I think. That's how my generation of people look at basketball. You know, just look at the numbers. Oh, he has 4 rings. He's a better player. Why? Oh, no. I don't know. I can't. I will never understand how the other half thinks, and maybe I should do a better job of trying to understand why they think that way. But I don't want to know why they think that way, because I don't want to think that in my head, because it's a weird way to look at the game of basketball. Because why we'll say put Book in the same situation as another player. Who says he doesn't get fucking 4 reigns? Who says he doesn't get 3 reigns? Like,
right?
Why can't he just replace the player?
Who do you think is the greatest point guard ever?
The greatest point guard ever.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I mean,
they literally call. Go ahead.
Probably for me, Curry.
Okay.
Between Curry or Steve.
Okay.
Or that's Chris Paul too. Oh, there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys I can name.
Right. Now we're talking, right? All those guys are great. I mean, they call him the point guard for a reason.
Yeah.
Chris Paul, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna all those guys you mentioned, you got an argument for. If you want to say Steph, yeah,
Yeah.
it's fucking Steph. If you want to say it's Chris Paul, it's Chris Paul. If you want to say Steve Nash, Steve Nash. Funny thing is those three guys you mentioned, the only one that got a championship is Steph.
Yeah.
Steve ain't ever even played in the finals.
Yeah.
Chris Paul played in one with Devin Booker.
Yeah.
Those guys aren't. They people are gonna say Steve Nash and Chris Paul are great point guards, all-time great point guards. They don't got championships, man. It doesn't. So that's where I'm getting lost here. I'm like, how are we doing this? How are we doing this?
The conversation just gets so watered down. Like nobody wants to have. People just don't want to have real conversations anymore. I think that's the problem. I think that's why the basketball scene is so diluted in terms of talking about the sport. It's just in a weird spot. And then I finally pulled up the post that I put up about, Book, Donovan Mitchell, and Anthony Edwards. And my caption was, keep the same energy with everyone. And we'll go through some of the, numbers I found here. So career playoff appearances. Donovan Mitchell in 9 years has made the playoffs 9 years. Or 9 times. Anthony Edwards in 5 years has made the playoffs 6 years, or in 6 times. Devin Booker in 5 years, or he's made 5 in 11 years. Well, I goofed this up, write it out, but Devin also made the finals in his first playoff appearance and set the record for most points scored in a playoff debut run, and still holds that by a long shot. So already in 5 playoff appearances, same as Anthony Edwards right now. Donovan Mitchell has double that. He has already set more history and has already done more and less. So there's that. How long did it take for the player's team to have a winning season? So not just a player individually, but how long did it take for that player to have team success, to have a team around him that has success? So for Donovan Mitchell, it was his rookie season. He had Rubio, Mitchell, Joe Ingles, Favors, and then Gobert. Anthony Edwards was his second season where he had D'Angelo Russell, himself, McDaniels, Vanderbilt, and an all-star in Karl Anthony Towns. And Devin Booker, it took 6 years. He had CP3, of course, himself, Bridges, Crowder, Ayton. First season playing next to an all-star in his career. Keep that in mind. Tyson Chandler was an all-star, but he was at the end of his career, so I don't count that. He's played with all-stars, but they were at the end of their careers. Playing next to one. Chris Paul, it took him 6 years to play next to an all-star.
Yeah. Over 100 teammates.
Opposed to the first 2 years where Donovan Mitchell played next to Rudy Gobert and Anthony Edwards played next to Cat in his rookie and second season. So
yeah.
There's that.
Let's add to that. How many coaches has Donnie had?
There's more to this. There's more to this here. Finals appearances, Book's got the one at 29 years old. Donovan Mitchell's the same age, has 0. Anthony Edwards is 24, has 0. Amount of NBA All-Stars played with, this is a fun one. In 9 years, Donovan Mitchell has played with 7. In 6 years, Anthony Edwards has played with 6. And I can't see here because Keith's face with the repost is blocking the number here, but I believe that says 5 in 6 years.
Oh, Book?
Yeah, because Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal.
Yeah. Okay.
But total amount of coaches, what we're just going to talk about here. Donovan Mitchell, 3 coaches in 9 years. Anthony Edwards, 2 coaches in 6 years. Devin Booker, 8 coaches in 11 years. What are we talking about? And
what are we talking
just so
about?
Nobody gets mad, I put a slide at the end. I said, at the end of the day, all these guys are talented, but the conversations and energy around the players need to be the same. Context is a key factor that the media misses just so they can chase a headline.
I mean, dog.
Mic drop.
Pretty much mic drop. I mean, the dude played with 100. He's got 100 different teammates in his career, man.
Yeah.
He had 8 different coaches. And again, the All-Star thing is interesting because I like to. So before Chris Paul came to Phoenix, Devin never played with an All-Star. And I'm not talking about prior All-Stars. I'm talking about in the season, in that like again, a current All-Star in the year that he played with Book, right? It was Chris was the first one. Now it's wild when you think about what you just said, the amount of teammates, the amount of All-Stars, the amount of coaches, the amount of turnover. all that stuff. When you pile it all up,
Mm-hmm.
it's insane, brother. It's insane to think about. Book got 5 All-Stars, 2 All-NBAs, 2 gold medals, a Western Conference championship, an NBA Finals appearance, a record for most points in first playoff appearance, correct?
Yep,
Which
by
is
like 300.
which isn't going to get broken.
Difference.
Yeah, I don't think that's getting broken ever.
The most recent player to even reach that category was Trae Young. And he's like number 4 or 5. So that's the most recent one. I mean,
I'm pretty confident. I'll take this to the bank. I'm pretty confident that Devin Booker first amount of points in the first playoffs will never get broken, ever.
Yeah, the stuff is 603 points.
Yeah, it's never getting broken. Never. I swear to you, Neff, never.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't see it. I'm curious where Wemby is right now.
He's at 370, so he's 300 points off. So he's not getting that. He would have to score.
Come on, man.
God, he would have to score almost 100 points in these finals each game. See if he can get close.
Yeah, no, I mean it's insane to think about, man. It really is, man. It really is. So again, selective inconvenient amnesia is what we're doing. We're playing this crazy game of, and again, stats, right? People pick stats. I hear it all the time, man. You can pick any stat to make your argument, right? Yeah. Like for instance, right? And I listen, I respect SGA. I think SGA is a hell of a player, man. But I don't get the fascination. I'll say this. Yeah. SGA has 2 MVPs back to back, right? Mm-hmm. I do not believe he should have won the MVP this year. I don't think he was the best player in basketball this year. I just don't. I think I would have been more comfortable giving that award to 𝐒𝐿 Cunningham this year had he been able to qualify. Okay? But he didn't. So he got a second MVP. You know what's crazy? Is that there's no way in the world you can tell me that SGA and Steph Curry are even remotely the same type of player. You know how many MVP Steph got? His whole career?
He's only got 1, right?
He got 2.
26. He's got 2.
He got 2 MVPs. So SGA in this current era, in the last 2 years, has racked up more MVPs than Steph, or an equal amount of MVP as Steph's had his whole career.
Yeah.
Again, to me, this stuff is getting out of control. It's getting out of control when you tell me that Steph's got 2 MVPs and SGA's got 2, so they're the same type of guy. That's a ridiculous argument. I heard somebody bring that up.
MVP Steph Curry would run around peak or this SGA right now. He would walk.
Yeah. you know, it's another thing that I don't think people are paying enough attention to, Neff. Everything is getting watered down now. Like all the stats, all the criterias, they're all getting watered down.
That's what everybody's like first stats are go to now. Is they just throw a stat in your face and then hopefully it shuts somebody up. Because nobody wants to go through and research and find a statistic to combat that. Because who the fuck is going through statistic databases to find these obnoxious stats?
It's obnoxious. It's crazy, and they're not using the right context, Neff. So you know what's funny is guys like Kobe. Kobe played 20 years. He got 1 MVP. You can't tell me that only 1 year in Kobe's 20-year career, and only 1 year he was the best player in basketball. You can't tell me that, but he's got 1.
Yeah.
SGA just racked up 2 straight. You know what's also funny?
Kobe, right?
Right. Well, again, it's craziness. It's craziness. You know, it's another thing that people are not taking into consideration, right? It was hard to win an MVP back then. You know why? There was no game restrictions. So if you won an MVP back then, stupid thing.
Add that in. It's so frustrating.
It's a stupid thing. It's a stupid thing. But guess what? That's a big reason why SGA was able to run away with the MVP this year, because there was so many other players that didn't qualify. Luka averaged 30 fucking 3 points a game this year. Didn't qualify. You know what I mean? Like, so again, context matters, man. Context matters. Like, it's just craziness. I keep hearing, yeah, SGA got a ring and he got 2 MVPs. So yeah, he's this, he's that, he's this. And I'm like, man, it can't be that easy, man. It can't be that simple. And by the way, we got a clip on this show. I know we do at some point. I think maybe not this show, but when I came on your platform on Suns Worldwide, I think early in the year we talked about it, and I said it, vehemently said it. OKC's not making it to the finals. They're not winning the championship this year. Yeah. I'm almost certain we did a show where I talked about it. I know I did another show on someone else's platform in November, and I said it. And this is not me trying to have a victory lap and say, "Oh yeah, I was right." That's not the point of this. It's not the point of this. The point is we're about to see like. Do you know how many different NBA champions we've had over the last 8 years?
8, correct?
Yeah.
Different champion every year.
We're about to have 9. We're about to have 9. Last week, people were saying OKC. This is what the people were running around saying. OKC's so no a dynasty. Season, right? They're winning.
No dynasty season, right? From what?
I mean,
right?
Dog. I mean, you see how one game changes everything, though? Like just last week, SGA and the Thunder were about to win 4 or 5 straight chips. They were unbeatable. Yeah. It can't happen. SGA is the best thing since sliced bread. He's going to rack off 4 or 5 MVPs. And then, oh shit, where's everybody else at? Where they at now? Where they at now? It's crazy. So that's my problem with a lot of these arguments, man, is they'll stand on it when it's convenient for them. And then when the shit just happens, then you got people running around hiding behind a rock because guess what? SGA is probably going to have only one. I'm going to say this shit right here on Uncle Neff. Thunder aren't winning the championship again. That's it. It's over. Yeah. They're a great team.
Either.
He's not winning another MVP, and that team won't win another championship. They're going to lose 4 or 5 guys this summer.
Yeah. It's going to be insane roster turnover. People, I think, treat this. I don't know if people play too much NBA 2K or what it is, but this is like real life. These are real people. Like, winning is only cool for so long. And I've been telling people this since the OKC thing started. Before they won their first chip, I was like, well, yeah, winning's cool, but money talks. Money talks louder than a fucking piece of jewelry. Like,
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They're going to get paid, man. Like, people start looking
not
around.
Not only are
like,
they.
He's getting paid more than me.
Yeah.
He's getting paid more than me. No, no, I'm going somewhere else. I'm gonna get my bag. And I said this before the series started this week with just people in casual conversation. I was like, yeah, the Spurs are gonna be better than OKC in this era, and even the Spurs, I don't think are gonna be a dynasty either. Like you just pointed out, like 8 different champions in 8 different years, and then we're gonna have 9 this year. Like the new CBA prevents all that from happening. And then the tanking thing, like they're making rules to keep the NBA more competitive. Like that's the whole point of the new CBA. They want it so that there's not year after year after year the same thing. And then people are going to be like, well, they can just draft and replace those players that they're playing. Well, you got to develop those guys. They're not just going to come in and instantly be an impactful guy just like that. It takes time.
Correct. It's just not. Listen. The dynasties are over. The CBA has made that very clear. It's going to be hard to have a dynasty. OKC got a championship out of it. Good for them. I think it's over. They'll be in the second apron next year. They'll lose a whole bunch of players. I just think great run. They'll be a really good team for another 2-3 years. Yeah. But I don't think they'll win a championship. And I'm gonna tell you, San Antonio. I hope they get it. They better hope they get it done this year, right?
Yeah,
because if they don't,
the same situation,
they'll be in the same situation in a couple years. You're gonna have to pay. Yeah. You're gonna have to. Wemby's got to get paid. Castle's got to get paid. Harper's got to get paid. You already got D Fox. You already paid Keldon Johnson. Denver Vassell's paid. Like eventually, in a couple years, they'll be in the same spot OKC's in, and they'll have to sacrifice 2 or 3 of those guys to keep it together. You know what I'm saying?
Else.
So. Correct, and it'll be someone else.
I'm happy with that. I'm glad the league's like that. People have to kind of. It's like a fear-mongering thing, I feel like, where the media kind of pushes you like, oh, there's going to be these dynasties, and they don't really present the context of, why, and, just because of the talent now, but they don't really look at the tracks ahead of you. And I don't know.
Correct.
Like, there's a lot of crossroads that you have to commit to.
Yeah, and owners, man, like, it costs a lot, man. It costs a
Yeah.
lot to keep these teams together. The minute Boston won their championship a couple years back,
Mm-hmm.
what happened immediately? The owner of the Celtics sold the team. I got my championship. I'm not paying a $900 million a year. I'm selling the team. The Seattle Seahawks in football this year, they won a Super Bowl. 24 hours later, team's up for sale. Right? So I'm keeping it real. Like, people are like, yo, like Golden State's dynasty, right? That was before this new CBA. Those owners were hemorrhaging money. Like, I remember having a conversation with one of my league guys, and he was like, I talk to owners, and owners, they don't like the amount they have to pay for a championship team is not worth it anymore. Like, they're not paying that for 4 or 5 straight years. Just not. They get their championship, and they're cashing out, brother. They're cashing out.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Denver. They won their championship, and immediately you start to see cost cutting moves. So yeah, I say all that to say, these people that think dynasties and it ain't happening in this new NBA with this new structure. And so you wait it out. You don't try to build a team that's better than OKC and San Antonio right now. You let that cycle play itself out. And behind the scenes, you just build the team. I think that's what the Suns are doing. I think they're looking at it.
And by the time their cycle has ended, guess who's just popping up? The Phoenix Suns.
There you go. That's what I think the game plan is, and I think that's the smart move.
Mm-hmm.
And people just got to be patient. They got to be patient enough to kind of wait this out. But yeah, I mean, who knows? The Knicks might win a championship this year. That team, I grew up in New York, man. That fucking team has been it's been a disaster. They finally got, they finally stuck to their guns and built it the right way and didn't go crazy. And they might get a chip this year. But guess what? Just last week, I read an article. If they didn't make it to the finals, they're going to blow the team up.
Oh, interesting.
Literally, their own player said it. Josh Hart, before the finals, said, basically, we were told if we don't make it to the finals, we're blowing the team up. So, yeah, I mean, people need to chill out. People need to understand what's really happening and not trip so much about how the Phoenix Suns are moving and operating. Just pay attention to what's going on around the league.
Yeah. No, 100%. But I do want to touch on 2 more things here. So obviously the pre-draft workouts are going on. Nothing too crazy. Obviously we know the Suns have the 47th pick in the second round. We talked about our guy that we want to cash in on our pick, Baba Miller. And I know you made a very interesting point because, when you talk about Baba Miller, the one concern is his shooting. But you pointed out something about his time at Florida Atlantic that was, very interesting part for people that have concerns.
Yeah. I mean, go look at him at Florida Atlantic. First of all, Baba Miller played at Florida State. He played at Florida Atlantic, and then he went to Cincinnati. He also played overseas with some teams in Spain. But if you look at his tape from Florida Atlantic, he shot 35% from 3 on almost 3.5 attempts per game, playing 30 minutes per game. Okay. Transferred to Cincinnati, and Cincinnati dropped that to about 1 3-pointer a game. So the people that are worried about Baba Miller shooter, I mean, you saw it, Neff. You did your deep dive. You saw it yourself, man. I mean, the shot looked good, right? Yeah.
The foundation and fundamentals are there. It's the same deal as with Ryan Dunn. I'm not a college basketball guy, but you mentioned about the Virginia deal, about how they're not a shooting team. So it's the same situation, pretty much.
Yeah. And let's talk about this, because I was having this conversation with someone just last week, and we're talking about Suns draft picks. So I put this out on Twitter because there is a misconception. I mean, I keep hearing people say Suns don't have picks, they don't have assets, they don't have this, have this. I want to clear that up. That up. So I put out a tweet, and we'll read this out loud. Just for clarity, and we're not going to get into all the pick swaps and all that stuff, but from 2026 to 2033, right? Phoenix Suns have the 47th pick in this year's 2026 draft, second round, right? They have a first rounder in 27. They have a first rounder in 28. They got a second rounder in 29. They got a first rounder in 2033. They got a second. They got their first and second in 2032, and first and second in 2033. So I don't know where this Suns don't have pick shit is coming from, but I just read out a whole bunch of now. Okay, there's pick restrictions and there's swaps. And there's a whole bunch of stuff, right? I'm not getting into all that.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is what they have. They have a 2027 and a 2023 that will be eligible to be packaged together in a trade on draft night this year. That will be unlocked. The 2032 pick will be unfrozen after next year. Okay.
Yeah.
So they have first round picks, people. The Sun now they don't control their own pick until 2033, but they have first round picks, guys. And
it does sound like the new lottery system will help, benefit these picks as well. If, Cleveland or Minnesota happens to tank and be in that lottery section, I mean, fuck. They could be a top 5 pick. You don't know. Like the new lottery system.
You don't know. You don't know because some of these teams, like Minnesota's about to, they're a year away from blowing this up. Like they're gonna have a crazy offseason this year. Yeah. They're gonna go. I think they're gonna try to do what Houston did last year and swing for the fences with a KD type move.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't work, now you're in that world where it's like, okay, what's going on with Anthony Edwards? How long are we gonna do this? Blah blah blah. So we don't know how good Minnesota's gonna be for how long, right?
Yeah.
Cleveland, same situation. You got Memphis, you got Utah, right? You got all these teams that are in this mix. I'm not breaking down all the complications of swaps and stuff. The point is they have picks. But let's talk about this year's pick. 47th overall, right? Again, if you want to be lazy and you want to just say the Suns have no future because they only have a 47th pick this year, that's lazy. That's lazy.
Yeah.
Here's 4 guys that were second round picks by the Phoenix. You ready?
Yep.
𝐒𝐿 𝐂𝐈𝐀𝐋𝐒. Second round pick in the 40s, all NBA defense. Okay? Right or wrong?
Yeah.
Right. Rasheed Fleming. We all know he's going to be very good. Kobe Bryant, extremely bright future. Good. 𝐒𝐿 10-year NBA player, right? This is just 4.
Yeah.
𝐒𝐿 𝐂𝐈𝐀𝐋𝐒, 𝐒𝐿, Rasheed Fleming, Kobe Bryant. All second round picks, all around that range. Austin Reeves, guy we just talked about.
I mean, Jokic was a second round pick.
Undrafted.
Too.
Yeah. Joker, second round pick. Right? Jaden McDaniels, second round pick. Right?
Yeah. So it's extremely lazy to just say that you can't find, just make your pick and move on. Like you can find a really good quality player at that pick that can be a part of rotations in the future. Even Spencer Dinwiddie was undrafted. Like there's a lot of great quality players.
The guy we just spent a whole 20 minutes talking about at the beginning of the show, Jalen Brunson.
Yeah.
Second round pick.
Yeah.
Top 10 guy in the NBA.
What
second round pick.
Too?
𝐒𝐿 undrafted. Guy that we're going to pay significant money to keep around and shit. It's lazy, man. It's lazy. It's lazy. It's not accurate. For every person, people say, oh, well, you got to hit a home run. You got to get super lucky to get a second round guy. I can run down your top 10 picks. Yeah. I can run down lottery picks like crazy that are bust.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, we know it. I mean, we had a ton of those picks early, right? Dragan Bender, Josh Jackson, Marquise Chris, right? How'd those work out?
Yeah.
So
Alex Len.
Yeah, man. Exactly. Alex Len, right? Here's another thing. Oh, even your first round picks are going to be late first round picks because of all the pick swaps. Well, shit, they're going to be late first round picks anyway if you're good.
Yeah.
Right?
So what's the point?
What's the point?
See, I think people just kind of have to pick a direction with what they want and stay consistent with your direction throughout all of your arguments. Because through some people's conversations, they're talking about the team from different directions. So it's kind of, I think people kind of get twisted up with their words and kind of their thoughts because I had an interesting, talk with one of the people on my debate video, and they talked about, what if we traded Colin and Dylan and tried
I heard that.
maximizing them in their value? And my thing was like, well, what's the direction? Like that was my first question, my first response. I was like, so what's the direction? Do you want to get picks and set your team back even further, or you want to trade for something that's not going to be of equal or not do anything significant changes for your team? And they're like, oh,
I mean, you nailed it, Neff.
yeah.
You
You
nailed
have
it.
to pick a direction and you have to be consistent throughout all of your arguments, and you just have to keep it consistent across the board. There's just no consistency with the conversation, so I think people just kind of get lost and kind of have this fog. And I don't know, man. I don't know. That's why I try to keep
I
things
mean,
as consistent as possible. Like, I'm not worried
yeah,
about picks because
mm,
I'm not trying to be a lottery team. I'm not trying to have lottery picks. I want to be a team that has pick 28, 29, 30. I want to be that team. I don't want to be the pick that has
right.
I don't want to be a 6 through 14 pick. I don't care about that.
Nah, I don't either. Well, we've been there. We've been there.
Yeah.
I mean, people saying I get these tweets every day. Every day. Trade Devin Booker for picks.
Well, then what? You might as well just sit on the couch for 10 years and don't watch basketball because
Right.
you're not gonna watch anything worth it. I'm sorry.
Right. And I'll tell you, I'll say this. This could be another hot take. I will say this gladly. You trade Devin Booker for 4 first-round picks, and the chances of one of those picks being Devin Booker is less than 1%.
Yeah.
Less than 1%. Okay?
Very
So
slim.
you can matter of fact, I'll take it one step further. You can guarantee me, I swear to God, Neff, if you told me right now you can trade Devin Booker and you're guaranteed the 5th pick in the draft in
I'm
4
good.
different drafts, and I'm telling you, the chances of one of those 5th picks being Devin Booker, damn near 0.
Yeah.
What are we talking about, bro? Like, what are we talking about? It's insanity, man. Like, go back and just look at history. Like, just go back and look at draft. Let's do this real quick. It's gonna take me 20 seconds
Zachary
to do this.
Ricochet from the Atlanta Hawks was the first pick
Right,
in the draft, and now what? Like,
right.
I think,
Let's do this.
and like the
You
other
ready?
part of me too is like, you almost want to happen so that people know that they lost what they know that they had. You know, that saying, like, what you have in the
Yeah.
book. I wish people would know what they have before they try to push them out and lose it. But yeah, let's hear the list.
Well, so I mean, listen. 2024 draft. Ricochet, first pick. We don't know what that is. Alex Sarr. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3, Reed Shepard. Okay. The best player in that draft probably right now is the 4th pick, Stephen Castle. Okay? And I'm going to tell you right now, I love Stephen Castle. He ain't never going to beat Devin Booker.
No.
He'll never beat Devin Booker. Never. Not even close. Not even close. But he's a heck of a pick. He's not Devin Booker. Number 5, Ron Holland.
No.
Number 7, Donovan Clingan.
Yikes.
Number 8, Rob Dillingham. Number 9, Zach Edey.
Oof.
And I'm skipping guys right now. I'm literally skipping guys. 15, Khalil Ware. 16, Jared McCain. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing? That's it. There's nothing else to even talk about in that draft.
Yeah, I think that's
no
good.
one there. Yeah,
it covers it.
No one there is Devin Booker. There's the draft before that. Okay, you got Wemby. That's generational.
Yep.
After Wemby, number 2, Brandon Miller. Good player. Number 3, Scoot Henderson. Good player. Number 4, Amin Thompson. Asar Thompson. The next name, 10, Cason Wallace. What the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah.
None of these are good players. These aren't Devin Booker quality type players. These aren't generational players.
Those are players you surround your top talent to help win championships. Those aren't the guy. Those players aren't the guy that you surround them with to win championships.
No. These guys are pieces to the puzzle. The only guy on that list that I mentioned that is generational is Wemby. That happens once every fucking 15, 20 years if you're lucky.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want picks for Devin Booker? Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Go get your picks and start picking. It doesn't make any sense. And by the way, people that say, "Oh yeah, well they did it with Mikal and Cam and DeAndre. That's how they did." They had Devin. Goddamn it, they got Devin first. That's what made it work. All that other shit means nothing. Take Devin off that team, and your Mikal Bridges, your Cam Johnson, your DeAndre Ayton's are lottery teams. Period.
And to be fair, the Suns didn't draft those guys either. They traded for them.
Yeah, fair.
So, I mean,
fair. Yeah, fair.
I think they're close to the book on that. No pun intended.
There we go. That's a great one. Here you go. Close the book. I love that one. Yeah.
But there is one last thing I want to touch on. I don't know if you've seen this, but I guess Nurkic went on a podcast today and talked about Mike Budenholzer, about his his little Budweiser issue. I thought that was clear. I guess I don't know how, I know Mike just lost his brother, I think the year before. I'm sure they're, I hope Mike's doing good, but I don't know how people didn't know that, I guess.
It was bad. It was bad.
I just had some homie from I'm not going to say who, but somebody that was with the team, working with the team, doesn't work for them anymore. It's like, yeah, like that. He just sent me the article as we were recording this. He's like, yo, I wanted to comment on this, but I can't.
Yeah, I mean, I've been biting my tongue for a long time. I mean,
He told Devin Booker to not be vocal.
He told Devin not to be vocal. He told Brad Beal to become Drew Holiday. He tried to tell Kevin Durant how to score.
Crazy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of stuff, man. It was very bad. And again, let's talk about this. This is a great follow-up to the conversation we just had. That's what Devin Booker had to deal with.
Yeah.
Again, that's another example of what Devin Booker had to do. Now go ask Donovan Mitchell and Anthony Edwards and some of these guys to deal with that. Yeah. I mean, it's just craziness. Like, no one's going to mention that. No one's going to mention that Book had 8 coaches in his career, and one of them was that.
And it's impressive. Yeah. You know what's more impressive than being on a championship team? Putting up with all that shit and still being able to be as consistent as you've been for decades, or a decade in a couple of years. So
correct. And having to deal with that in a year where you're supposed to be championship or bust.
Yeah. So why doesn't ESPN should put out a piece on that? How Devin Booker's been able to be consistent through 8 coaching changes in 11 years.
Yeah, with an asterisk with that one.
Yeah.
With a straight asterisk on that one. Like, that's a what the fuck. And we knew this. Everybody behind the scenes that follows this team, that knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Everybody knew this was lingering. People, there's just a topic that we just not going to, we're not going to get into. But since Nurkic decided to go public with it, we could tiptoe around it now. Yeah. And we could call it that. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. That.
I mean, you could watch the games on national TV, and you can see bro's eyes that were just fucking bloodshot, man. Like,
yeah, bro. I mean,
check his Gatorade bottle. What's he got?
Right. But somehow people are still blaming Devin for that season. And he had to deal with that. He had to deal with that. I mean, it's craziness, man. I mean, that's a team that was supposed to compete for an NBA. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
At the very least, when I looked at the year before that, and it was Frank Vogel, right? Okay, we got swept by Minnesota. I get it, right? But that team almost won 50 games. Yeah. That team was in the playoffs against Minnesota. The fact that you follow that up with that.
It's crazy. And you're supposed to get better. And you just.
Right. And
even
it's
like the story about Frank, like, too, where the locker room didn't take him serious. Shams, it was a game against the Clippers at the end of the year.
Yeah, no, that was true too. I mean, I have a story. There was a situation that happened with Frank. So I will say this: I had the conversations I had when Frank was here, Okay,
Yeah.
I won't say any names, but I had conversations with multiple people around the team.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Yeah, yeah, you did too, right? Okay,
Oh, yeah.
multiple people. Here's what I will always hear. Here's what I will always hear. Frank's a great guy, and I know that a Jersey guy, Wildwood, New Jersey. Okay,
Mhm.
I've got connections to Frank even before he came to Phoenix, and I know people that have dealt with Frank personally. Frank's a great guy. Frank's a good guy. The problem is Frank's approach that year was very intriguing. Frank's approach was, I want to be your friend. I want to be cool
Yeah.
with you. And then when shit got
True.
real, yeah, you start coming in the locker room throwing bottles and stuff. And it's like,
What you doing,
nah,
bro?
buddy. Yeah, you can't do that, bro. You can't be here for 6.5 months and everything is all good and everything is cool, and then you just want to start throwing bottles around and switching things up. Like, you should have did that in training camp. That was the fault that Frank had. Frank wanted to be friends with everybody and be cool and be a player's coach. And then when shit got real, he didn't stick to that game plan. He completely
Yeah.
flipped the script and decided to be Freddy Krueger. And it's like, nah, bro, that ain't flying. So this is too, like, it's crazy, man. But no one's ever gonna bring that up in the argument about Devin Booker. It's just not.
No.
It's Book got swept. Book didn't make the playoffs. Book this, Book that, and it gets exhausting, man. It gets
It does.
exhausting trying to constantly defend that
Yeah.
situation. So yeah, I'm glad Jordan's a good coach, and I'm glad Jordan's
I am
probably going to
too.
be here for 3-4 years. It's a benefit to a basketball team when you got the same voice, who
Yeah.
works hard every day, comes in, and is doing a job. Devin hasn't had that for his whole career. He hasn't
No.
had longevity.
He's
The
just
only
getting
time he
that going
did,
to his 30s
correct, and he only had it kind of once. Who
with
was that? That was
Monty.
Monty Williams. Right. And how
They went to the finals.
how did that work? Right. So I mean, dog, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, damn it, don't call it a dog. Just, let's keep it a buck, man. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, there's so much about this, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's pretty much that, man. Shout out to Nurkic.
Yeah. Shout out Big Nurk, man, for putting that out there.
Shout
He
out Big
said it.
Nurk
He
for
was
putting
saying
that
what we
out.
all wanted to say, and he did it. So shout out to
There
Nurk,
you go.
man.
Shout
Appreciate
out,
everything
yo.
happening, man. Another successful 𝐒𝐿 podcast episode. Shout out to the UN mob. Shout out to all of you guys. I hope that some people that, kind of had questions or kind of tiptoed around the fact of, some just had some questions about players and, Book. And I hope that we kind of not changed your mind, but opened up your mind a little bit and you became a little more open-minded about the situation at hand. So, yeah. That being said, comment down below your favorite part of the podcast. We read all the comments. We appreciate it. Drop a like on the episode. We are on Spotify. I'm working on the Apple thing. They're really difficult, I'm not going to lie, to deal with, but we're working that one out. And subscribe if you're new, man. And with that being said, appreciate all of you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Deuces.
Yes, sir. Peace out.